Join me as I dive into the history of Coca-Cola to find out if it really started out green. Coca-Cola, one of the most recognizable brands in the world, has a rich history that's full of surprises. And today, we're going to explore one of the most enduring myths about this iconic beverage. Was Coca-Cola originally green? It's a question that has fascinated soda fans for generations, and we're about to uncover the truth. You've probably heard the rumor that Coca-Cola was initially green, but is it really true? The curiosity surrounding this myth has led many to wonder why the brand's founders would choose such an unusual color. Was it a marketing ploy, a nod to the natural ingredients, or just a plain old mistake? Theories abound, but we'll get to the bottom of it. One of the most compelling aspects of this myth is that it seems so plausible. After all, Coca-Cola does contain a lot of natural ingredients, including caffeine, sugar, and essential oils. Maybe the original formula did have a green tint to it, reflecting the brand's commitment to using natural ingredients. But as we delve deeper into the history of Coca-Cola, we'll discover that the truth is far more complex and fascinating. There are plenty of theories about why Coca-Cola might have been green, from the presence of certain plant extracts to the use of food coloring. But before we can explore those theories, we need to take a step back and look at the original formula. John Pemberton, the pharmacist who created Coca-Cola, was experimenting with all sorts of ingredients in the late 19th century. What was he trying to create, and how did that affect the color of the final product? Let's dive into the history of Coca-Cola and explore its original formulation. John Pemberton was a pharmacist in Atlanta, Georgia, who was trying to create a new soft drink that would be an alternative to morphine, a highly addictive drug. He experimented with all sorts of ingredients, including coca leaves, cola nuts, and essential oils. The original formula, which has remained a closely guarded secret to this day, was a complex blend of natural ingredients that gave Coca-Cola its unique flavor. One of the key ingredients in Pemberton's original formula was coca leaves, which contained cocaine. Yes, you heard that right, cocaine. But before you start imagining cocaine-laced soda, let me reassure you that the amount of cocaine was tiny, and it was eventually removed from the formula altogether. The point is that Pemberton was trying to create a drink that would be a substitute for morphine, and he was willing to experiment with all sorts of ingredients to get it right. So, did the original formula have a green tint to it? As it turns out, the answer is no. The original Coca-Cola was actually a dark brown color, thanks to the presence of caramel and other ingredients. But that's not the end of the story. There's a key moment in Coca-Cola's history when the brand transitioned from that dark brown color to the familiar caramel color we know and love today. So, what triggered this change? In the early 20th century, Coca-Cola was facing stiff competition from other soft drink manufacturers. The brand needed a way to differentiate itself, and that's when the iconic Contour bottle design was born. But there was another factor at play: the cost of production. The original formula was expensive to produce, and the brand needed to find a way to reduce costs without sacrificing quality. The solution was to change the formula slightly, replacing some of the more expensive ingredients with cheaper alternatives. And that's when the color of Coca-Cola changed from dark brown to caramel. It was a gradual process, but by the mid-20th century, the familiar caramel color had become synonymous with the brand. So, what's the truth behind Coca-Cola's original color? Was it really green, or was that just a myth? As we've seen, the answer is no. The original Coca-Cola was actually a dark brown color. But that's not the end of the story. The brand's evolution, from its original formula to the iconic Contour bottle design, is a testament to the power of innovation and adaptation. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the history of Coca-Cola. What's your favorite Coca-Cola moment? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my next video, where we'll explore another fascinating chapter in the history of beverages.